Should we be tearing into Russell Westbrook? Because every now and then he'll get 4, 5, 6, or 7 turnovers. Every now and then he'll shoot 5, 6, 7, or 8 threes and won't hit any of them. And for many, this is considered horribly inefficient. In fact, last night during the Suns' victory, where they stamped out the Thunder, some people start to worry if the Thunder can be a playoff caliber team and get past the first round. Well, I'm here to tell you that if you think Westbrook is quote unquote inefficient, it means you are not watching basketball. You are not watching the Thunder. You are not watching Russell Westbrook play. You're not watching the way this man operates. You have not seen this man's technique. He is a maestro on the court, an absolute maestro. If you actually watch the Thunder play, then you know before a lot of the times, unless it's a crazy fast break, Westbrook will exchange the ball. The ball will exchange hands between Russell Westbrook and 2 to 3 other players before Westbrook decides to attack, most times. But I'm actually okay with that not happening. Why? So the argument often presented is that Harden is better. Look what he's doing. Look at the record. Well, they've managed to beat the Warriors a couple of times. He's doing very similar numbers to Westbrook outside of the averaging a triple-double. He's a little short of averaging a triple-double, but is averaging more assists. Does that make James Harden a better basketball player? I think that James Harden has more skill than Russell Westbrook, but I also think that Larry Bird has more skill than LeBron James, but that doesn't make him a better overall basketball player than LeBron James, if you catch my drift. Kobe Bryant undeniably had more skill than Michael Jordan. If people don't believe me, Michael Jordan never had a three-pointer. Michael Jordan's post-game longevity of his post-game and his actual post-game was nowhere near what Kobe Bryant's was. Michael Jordan's mid-range wasn't even what Kobe Bryant's was. Kobe's game is out of this world. And it mirrored Michael Jordan in a lot of ways, but he had a lot of advantages skill-wise over Michael Jordan. But that doesn't mean, by far, a lot of people believe that Michael Jordan is still the better player. So the standard for better player is not the same as the standard for most skillful player. And this oftentimes aligns with my sentiment when it comes to Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook is the undeniable best player in the NBA. Why? Because unlike James Harden, unlike LeBron James, unlike Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, unlike Isaiah Thomas, one thing that Westbrook does not have, that all those other players do have on their teams, all those other MVP candidates do have on their team, are what we call slick pullers. As in 3-and-D guys who can consistently get you 3 to 4 3-pointers apiece a game, if not more. This is what Thabo Sefolosha used to be known for on the team. Even now and then, Ibaka would be known to do that. Obviously, KD would shoot a lot of threes as well and help them out there. But they don't have that anymore. So what does Russell Westbrook have to do at that point? He still has to shoot his shot, because you need to be worried about him making three-pointers. Because the only other person you're worried about making a three-pointer is maybe Robinson every now and then, Morrow whenever he eventually comes off the bench. But in that starting lineup, you're not worried about anybody else. Victor Oladipo isn't consistent enough at the 3 for you to worry about him either. So in order to compensate for that, Westbrook has to do too much. He has to drive at the basket. He has to do things that are out of the ordinary. He has to do things that you would not expect. He does things which people don't realize. He will purposely go up for a layup because he knows that either him or Adams will get the rebound for a putback. Westbrook is not after numbers. He's trying to win however he can, in whatever form, in whatever fashion he can. And if you think he's inefficient, I want you to look at something. This is, once again, it's for people that don't watch the basketball games. I want you to look at something. Yeah, Westbrook during the Suns' loss was 14 for 30. And even then, people were like, wow, that's actually a pretty good game. That's almost 50%. What they don't tell you, though, is that if Westbrook took 0 threes that game, if Westbrook took 0 threes, he would have been 14 for 18. That's insane. That's insanely efficient. My man dropped 48 points, excuse me. If you take away the 3 threes and you would have turned those into twos, he would have had like 42 points or something to that extent. Either way, still crazy. And he would have shot close to 70% from the field, hitting all his free throws. You don't think this man is inefficient? Is efficient? He can be as efficient as he wants to be. But that isn't what helps the Thunder win games. What helps the Thunder win games, this is what has always helped the Thunder win games. This is why you always have to double team Russell Westbrook, because you don't know where he can kill you from. His unconventional style of play, his unconventional approach is what makes him so great. So yes, he has to keep shooting threes because he doesn't have Eric Gordon. He doesn't have Kevin Love. He doesn't have Thabo Cephalosha. He doesn't have Ryan Andersons and so on and so forth. So he has to keep doing things like that. He has to take crazy shots. And you're going to keep guarding him because you don't know if he's going to make it. So by far, there's no, with the eye test, if you're watching the games, then you know. Yes, I'm okay with Westbrook having to turn over the ball every now and then to try to make some crazy shit happen because he needs to do that. He needs to keep the defense guessing. That's his job. If you think that makes him inefficient, then I don't know what to tell you, my friend. You need to watch some more basketball. Yeah, LeBron James at times can be, one year, I want to say it was 2012, 2013. Man, it was the craziest, it was the most efficient you ever seen from a small forward in my life. But he had to take the shots he knew he could make. And that's great. That's great for a role player. If you don't know me, I call LeBron the best role player in history. That's what he is to me. But I don't care about the shots you can make, that you know you can make. I want you taking and hitting the shots that you don't know if you can make or not until it goes in. And there's only a few players in the league who the only person that stops them from getting buckets is themselves. Westbrook is one of them. Durant's another one. Curry is another one. Klay Thompson is another. There's a few. There's only a few though. That if you take away free throws, you take away all that, they're still going to get their points. They're still going to get their buckets. LeBron is not in that category. However, Russell Westbrook is. You gotta shoot your shot, and Westbrook he epitomizes that sentiment. If you look at his games, like I said, if he doesn't take threes, you're talking about this man Westbrook jumps up to like 65% a game in a lot of his games, but he has to take them. He has to. There's no one else to do it. Who gonna take them? Steven Adams, Enes Kanter, who's not even there right now. Roberson, whenever he feels like showing up. Comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Have a good afternoon. Thanks for watching.